Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. It has been a couple of days, I think 2 days. I took a day off last night. To be honest, I was just super duper. Did I just say super duper? I was tired. Well, I played a little bit of Eve. Doing a video was just a little bit. Wednesdays are my busiest day, so I just thought I'd take a day. Why force something? I feel a little bit more refreshed, so I thought I'd just throw a video up here. Um, Couple things. There is an update, as you can see in front of me. Then I am actually going to be doing two things tonight in the video. The first is I talked about it last couple episodes. I want to upgrade uh, my William Pilgrim character to flying cruisers for the first time. And so I'm carrying a Stabber Blueprint copy out with me out to the Great Wildlands. So I'm going to try to make it there. And then the second part is I have the Amanda Rose character that I have. Um, she is about to go from Destroyer level 4 to Destroyer level 5. And I have some skill points saved up, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a test there with that if I have time tonight and fly out and try to shoot a battleship and see what damage I'm doing. And then just test out that sort of thing. And then fly away and use the skill points to move up to a level 5 of Destroyer, see what the DPS changes on the fit itself, then fly back and fight the same thing, if I can time it correctly, to show the difference between having a level 4 skill and a level 5, just on a ship type. But just to give a feel for maybe what the difference is. I know it's like a 5% bonus or whatever it is for those skills, but I thought I'd show that because if you've played any Eve, you know how much longer. It really normally doesn't take too long to go from level 1 to level 4, but that level 5 one for almost any skill can take quite a time. So a lot of times I always questioned as a newer player whether or not it was worthwhile. So I thought I would just on live test it out and see what happens. But first, I had no idea this was coming up. There is a new season of Red Stargazing. I had no clue that this was going on. Looks like they've got some pretty cool stuff going on here. We're on day 1. There's 12 days of it. You have 7 days of gifts that you can get. The skill points are a little bit low until you get to level 7, but they got a bunch of skins here. And I'm not too sure what these boosters do once I get into day 2 and 3. But it is kind of funny. You get a Rupture skin here, and I chose to go with the Stabber instead of the Rupture. So that kind of, oops. But I do have an Omen for my other character that I can pull out. So with Amanda Rose. So maybe I'll throw it on her. And then Vexor is always a great ship. Everybody, it's one of the most used ships, I think, in Eve. So if I ever want to use that, I got that. And then I got a couple. Caracal's also a really big ship. Some really good, just generic or good skins for Omega characters. But then you've also got all these other bonuses for if you're just an alpha. So let's go ahead and claim that. And I'm going to check out my daily rewards and we'll just jump in and get going here. Oh, I got a booster coming. I always forget to use the boosters. I really should. Um, so, the reason why it says 3 skills completed, I had not skilled up any cruiser skills or any medium gun skills for William Pilgrim. So I thought I skilled them into level 1. So while I'm not going to fly the Stabber tonight, the next couple of episodes, once I get it with my scavenger fit set up, well, I'll be able to show that little boost as it goes along. So, cool. I'm kind of glad to get back to playing tonight. So, I am docked up in ammo. This might take a little while. I forgot. I'm going to be going... Now, I am my Cheetah, so that shouldn't take too long. But I will get moving. We're going to set our destination. Now, you always want to keep an eye out. I'm going through high sec here, but once I get here, I'll take a look. Um, Come on, puppy. Just getting going. I think it was 2 or 3 episodes ago, I kind of talked about the Stabber and why I'm using it over the Rupture for this next part. Um, just get going here. Um, Basically, it's a well-rounded ship in my mind. It's good for both PvE and PvP, and it's a very generic ship. It does take me back to the days 10 years ago when I very, very first started playing. It was the first cruiser I actually flew. And I flew it out to LowSec and got blown up there after just a little while. I had all sorts of misfitted guns and things on it, and I was just trying the game out for the first time. And then, if I remember correctly, I thought, well, that guy can't be sitting there. I'll just fly back out and pick up my stuff, just like some of the other games, like back in the day, EverQuest and stuff. You just go pick your stuff up. Flew back out there and he killed me again. So, boy, this is a bit of a jump. I get about 20 jumps. We'll see. So let's time this. So I got about 14 jumps. We're at 41 minutes on the clock here. So let's see how long it takes me to go 14 jumps till I get to LowSec in my little cheetah here. Freaking love my cheetah. It's so freaking fast. Okay. Ooh, that's something I need to do. So I'm going to sort my overview. I still haven't reset up a new overview on this. I keep so many things I mean to do. I just don't have the time to do it. And I just want to play sometimes. So we got that going. Might as well. I'm keeping a good connection, so I might as well lower that. I'm just fixing some stuff in the background here. Now, if I run into an area where it's a little bit too scary once I get into LowSec, I'll just go ahead and disconnect, switch over to Amanda Rose, and we'll do the whole destroyer test that I'm going to do there. Which I guess I could do at any time here. I mean, me traveling is kind of a little bit boring. I kind of thought I was closer to LowSec, so it would put a little bit of a like a fear factor in there that might be worthwhile watching. But there's a little girl that came to say hi. Hello, Amaya. How are you doing? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Hello. I'm going to play Eve now. That's me. That's me playing Eve. Nope. Now I'm going to go lick this guy's face. And now I'm going to walk away. I have my coffee. My coffee. Oop, don't spill the coffee on the thingy. Okay. Okay, I got to jump a gate. All right. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I'm in a weird mood. I'm always in a weird mood. Oh, good girl. So, um, long story short, how far are we away now? That was at 41 minutes, right? So, yeah, I thought I was a little bit closer, but I thought at least there'd be a little bit of an entertainment factor to see if I can get through here. I am bringing with me two things. Now, I'm breaking a little bit of a rule here. I'm bringing along a Blueprint original of the medium fusion ammo because I haven't skilled it up at all, and I just wanted to make sure I had the ammo out there to use once I got out there. I wanted medium projectile ammo to use. So, and then I went and did a contract to Maya. No, no biting. No, you're all good. Um, I went and I bought a contract for a 5-run copy of a Stabber Blueprint. I think it ended up costing me like 180,000 ISK, which is if I kill one battlecruiser, um, which is a lot less than the like 80 million ISK for a Blueprint original. So, if you're ever wondering if you ever want to build your own ships, you haven't messed around with the contracts at all. If you just come up on in here, go to Finance, go to Contracts, and then at the top, you're going to do a contract search. If you notice here, I did a Stabber search. Did a search here. And we'll bring up all sorts of contracts that include the Stabber. Some of them have multiple ships. If you look at this one here, actually we'll scroll on down. I have it, you can sort it for different amounts. Like, see how this one has multiple items? I like to do this a lot, where you can buy just a bunch of stuff to build a bunch of ships. This one I went super basic because I'm just going with one. Be very careful when you're buying contracts. There's a lot of different things that can be an issue. Most of the time, it's no issue at all. But keep an eye out for where you're picking the contract up at. Read through the contract and make sure you know what you're paying for, just like a market order or something like that. 9 times out of 10, do not, if it says Blueprint Original, be very careful buying it. I knew I was buying Blueprint copies, so I knew what I was getting. I took the time to look at it. But if you're out there doing a contract, just take your time. You can get some really good deals. It's also a good way to get rid of a lot of junk. I remember, boy, it had to be 6 months ago. A lot of people don't realize this. Let's say you've got a bunch of junk scattered all over the place, or maybe you left a bunch of stuff out in a area of space that you can't really get back to easily or get that stuff out. If you still want to just get rid of the stuff, you can do what's called a fire sale. Basically, create a contract with all the stuff and sell it at a somewhat discounted rate. And just keeping an eye out here. You notice we've got some red pilot, some criminals in the area. So, I'm not going to mess around too much. We've got a porpoise out here. Sorry, I'm just stopping what I'm doing here. Just want to... Baron warp. Just want to warp to a planet. Why did he... It's interesting. Sorry, completely stopping here. If you notice, there are some criminal guys on here. Let's take a look. So his total is 9 crook. Blackwatch Corporation. Are they part of the Malicious Mineral Hounds? So I'm betting all these guys are probably part of this. Oh, that's somebody, member of Axis of Evil Emporium. So I don't know who these guys are. What I basically did was cloak up just to be a little bit safe. Blackwatch Corporation. So if you guys want to do some research on that, this is high-sec and it is a 0.8 system. But you always want to be a little bit careful. So I'm going to warp. I want to go through the Jark Gate. So I just want to see if there's anybody near that gate. So let's take a look at the map. And here is the gate here. There's a Minmatar border outpost right near it. So I'm going to go ahead and warp within 100 of that. Only because I want to descan this gate. Now, I'm sure it's probably okay, but something's going on here, so you just want to be a little bit careful. I'm just descanning. I am cloaked up, so I feel pretty comfortable that way. Oh, and look here, everybody left. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm not sure which way they went through. I wasn't paying attention to my D-scan. I'm going to go ahead and try to jump through here. I think I should be okay. There's a wreath coming through right now. Now I'm going to off my... Not right now. I'm going to be a little bit cheap right here. Okay, so local is clear, it looks like. So I'm going to keep on trucking. But I am going to cloak up between gates. It's being a little bit lackadaisical there. Just always be careful when you start seeing criminals flashing in local. You never know if they might be ganking just random ships. Some people just go out there just to do it for the fun of it. They don't care if it's IS positive or not. They just decide to do it for the time. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got some elite Imperial Guards. All this stuff going on. Okay. Go, go, go. So this almost got interesting. Let's go ahead and cloak up. The last couple jumps through low sec or high sec. So I've only got 4 jumps. It took me about 10 minutes to get this far, but I did stop for a little while. So I would say about 15 jumps in about 10 minutes would be your normal. If I hadn't slowed down a little bit there, I'd probably already be close to where I need to go. As I'm getting a little bit closer, I'm going to start taking a look at the final steps of... I've only got 10 jumps to get to the station. So let's see if there's been any deaths in the area. So I'm going to go ahead and hit jump, jump. Click that puppy up. Let's pull up the in-game map. We're going to look at the end parts of the jump here. Ships destroyed in the last hour. So I've got none in Ubet, none in Kabi, and then once I get out to the Great Wildlands, nothing, 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 and nothing. So I feel somewhat comfortable. Still want to be careful going through there, but always check your route beforehand. You can always find a different way, or just show a little bit of patience and wait for bad things to go away. Good, good, good. There we go. Just pulling up. I need to check Discord, see anything is going on there. I haven't messed around a whole lot in there the last day or two. There we go. As far as doing the live events, I think one issue might actually be my internet speeds. I've never really thought about it too much, but I've never really overtaxed my connection. I'm finally doing things that might do that. So I was worried about my computer not being good enough, but I think it might be the fact that I have just a basic internet connection. So sometime this weekend, I'm going to start checking to see what my speeds are and things like that, learn more about that. I haven't done that in quite a long time, so I haven't needed to. Okay, so we are about to jump into LOSEC. This is the interesting part. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Knock on wood. And we'll see if we can get to MTech M. So we have now entered LOSEC. One guy in system, nobody on gate. I am going to bounce off this save spot just because there is somebody in system. Always being able to be a little bit careful for smart bombs or anything like that. Once I get to within 14.3, it's a venture, so I'm good there. So there's a venture out here doing something. A lot of times people, I think, use that for ventures for... Oh, what are they called? Cynos. That's what it is. Sensorial fields. It's one of the ships I think people use. I've never done one of those before. I've only flown through them once or twice where things were really, when I was in fleets years and years ago. but they're really, really helpful for moving things around. Um, okay, next system. How far do we got to go? Only 4 jumps left. Okay, we got 2 people in this system. If you remember, about a week ago, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I think it was this system where there was a drag bubble put in, or maybe it was the next. No, it's not the system, because this is still low sec. But there was a drag bubble set up um, on this part of the route. So all I'm doing now, so we got a Citrus Core Scanner probe, so that I feel good about that. Cool, cool, cool. But I'm not jumping directly gate to gate. I'm taking my time and going to the save spot, using my directional scanner. And this is all that practice that I did in the past of traveling. Now I don't have to waste that time. And over again, this will save me time of worrying about things and also get me from point A to point B a lot faster and safer. Okay, we're going to have 3 jumps left. Nobody in system. We have just entered nullsec, so we're going to go ahead and jump it on through. I have yet to actually use the interdiction nullifier. I still don't know how to use it. I'm hoping I can use it if I run into a bubble. I do break one part of a cardinal rule with jumping gate to gate, but it is my way of doing it. I did not click up there, did I? Well, that's another rule I broke. Always, especially in low sec and null sec, if you're jumping to a gate or from a gate, always cloak up if you've got a cloak. If you've got a covert ops cloak. But the second one, people would yell at me right now because I'm not going from one spot to another and coming at it from an angle. I'm going for the speed aspect. Just trying to get... Oop, Caldari Citizen 21 just came in. So did he come in at this gate? Or did he come in at another one? Came in another one, but he's in an Akator, so I'm fine there. That is just a transport ship. It's either a DST... Oop, we got 4 people in EO2. Nobody on gate. Let's go ahead and warp to my perch right off of MM. So I can just see if there's any bubbles there. Got a prospect, so I'm not too worried about him. So that's 1 out of 4, and I'm 1 out of 4, so only 2 other guys that could be worried to me right now. Kind of looking forward to getting into this stabber. It's been a while since I've flown a Minmatar cruiser. Ultimate goal is to move up to battlecruiser and then battleship. Okay, so basically now this really isn't a safe near MMO, so I didn't go to the perch. But I am de-scanning, making sure nobody's sitting on the gate. I feel comfortable. We're going to go ahead and try to jump on through. I'm going to show, if there's anybody in MTech M, I'm going to show one other thing that I'd like to do if I've got it set up there. So, we got that venture going through at the same time. Ooh, we got 9 people in system. Uh-oh. Anybody on gate? No. Except that venture that just came through. So I am going to warp to... Now, I'm going to warp to my safe near the station. Now, this isn't my undock. Go ahead and cloak up. Notice how the station is 14.6 AU away, so I can't descan it from here. I dropped a safe spot that's semi-near the station, within 14.3. Oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong station. I was within 14.3. It's up there. But it's within 0.8 now. So if I came in from another direction, I've got that spot. Why did I put it here? So I can descan the station and see if anybody is hanging out in it or near it. If nobody's there, I'll feel comfortable to go ahead and go in and dock. This is different from an undocked save spot, which is basically a undocked spot that is directly off the uh, exit area of the station where you can instantly warp to it to get away from anybody that's a problem. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and park up. I'm going to see if I've got enough minerals saved, which I should, and I'm going to try to get this stabber up and running. Hopefully tomorrow, if I do have enough, I'll be able to make a maiden voyage in the stabber, and maybe we'll have some video of that terrible situation. Okay. So, can I drop that? Drop that. And do I have enough for the stabber? Use blueprint. This is all scavenged materials. Okay, so I'm way behind on titanium, pyrite, and a little bit behind on Mexilon. So let's see. I've got a lot of junk that I've accumulated over a while. There's going to be a lot of stuff here that I don't need, that I can melt down. You know what? I want to see how much I still need. I didn't. So I need 486 titanium. Boy, I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with that, but we're going to try. So, I don't need any of this auto-targeting missiles. Good. That one. Just going to go right down the line here. There's some other stuff there that I can melt down, but that's not going to be a whole lot, the ammo. I've got a lot of metal scraps left around. And don't need any structure restorations. Don't need any large launchers, just for the fact that it's going to be quite some time until I actually am able to fire any missile launchers for large ships. So I can melt all of those. Now somebody might be going, oh, you could sell that on market and make a ton of this. I honestly don't care. Got a lot of missiles here, but I want to hold on to some of these, and I haven't gone through them, and those are all medium-sized. So I don't want to get rid of those because I'm going to be using those as scavenge stuff. I have a lot of large guns. Now I'm not going to get rid of any of the prototypes. Wait, is it prototypes or prototype gallium? The scouts are your number one, so I'm not going to get rid of any of the scouts. So everything else here, I feel comfortable that I can melt down. I'm going to melt down the 100 MN afterburner. Do I have any micro warp drives I can melt? I do. I've got a bunch of shield stuff. This is not going to be enough for me to make a ship, I can guarantee. Ooh, but I do have those and that. It's going to be fun. Large. Don't need these. I'll get more of them. Notice I'm not getting rid of that Republic fleet. I'll leave the azeotropic large shield generator, but I can get rid of the extra large. I'm just going to run this and see how close. Remember, I barely had enough titanium to even register. Let's see how much this gets me. So we're going to go ahead and reprocess all of this. It's about 29 million worth of items, and I'm only going to get about 18 million worth of ore back, which I'm fine with. Again, if you know me, I'm not about the ISK, but that's nowhere near the amount that I need for my stabber, if I'm not mistaken, for the titanium side of it. Let's see here. So we'll go ahead and use that. Just want to see how close I got. Use the blueprint. Yeah, I'm only about halfway where I needed to go. I'm fine with that. There's some other stuff I can melt down, and it gives me a goal. So I might mess around with that later on tonight. So I can still melt down. I didn't go full tilt on everything here that I don't need. But Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah, there's still some stuff that I'm going to do. I'm not going to get to where I need to tonight. So where are we at on videotaping? We're at 30 minutes. See, I wanted to do that test. Let's pull up Amanda Rose and see where she's at with her skill training. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. I'm going to go ahead and log off. If she has over a day left for the Destroyer, then I'll go ahead and do that video for tomorrow night. Yeah, it's a day and a half, day and 15 hours. So she's in the Dragoon right now. Let's just go ahead and pull it up. I'll give you a little idea of what I want to do tomorrow night. It's gonna. I'll do some more with the video too. Maybe I'll give an update on the Stabber, that sort of thing. But long story short, I actually logged off in space here. That's fun. I'm going to go ahead and get in motion, just so it's harder to find me a little bit. So my idea is to, right now I'm doing 146.2 DPS with her. Her destroyer abilities for Amarr are level 4. She's got a day and 16 hours till she goes to level 5. I want to see what the difference is between the two. So how much the difference is going from level 4 to level 5. Now it'll be different for each ship, but let's just see here. Actually, I'm starting to get really tired. My brain is starting to get a little bit fuzzy. Long story short, 146. What are the bonuses for the Dragoon? So, show the info. It is. So notice my drone damage and hit points go up by 10% for each Amarr destroyer level. So what that tells me is that I'm going to go ahead and log off here because there's other people that just came in system. Oh, I've got a module going. Do you scan it? Got 4 people in system here. I really don't want to mess around with it right now. There we go. Got 30 seconds. If I start seeing some combat probes, I'll get worried. But if somebody can combat probe me down in 20 seconds, more power to them. Long story short, I want to do a test tomorrow then where I will take the Dragoon out, have it shoot at a battleship for a while, show the damage that it's doing, and then fly back real time, dump my skill points, my saved up skill points to level up 1 level to level 5, then fly back out and shoot that same battleship with the same setup just to show what the difference between a level 4 and a level 5 of that is. Now, like I said, different ships are in different ability. Like a great example is Nikuni Beta is flying a Merlin. Its main bonuses it gets are for armor tanking, if I remember correctly. It might get some gunnery stuff. Other ships might be for their fall-off ranges, stuff like that. But this is directly damage-related for the drones that she's flying. So I want to do a live test of that and see what it goes. So I was going to do it tonight. I have enough skill points to do an hour a day and 15, but I'd also have to find a spot where nobody's around. And as you can tell, I'm getting sleepy and tired. So I'll wait until tomorrow and I'll do it then. So that's all I got for tonight. Hey guys, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.